Welcome to another mini adventure. Looking for somewhere that I can set up my British Army tarp in a plough point configuration, and then I'm going to cook some lunch under it. I'm at a place called Sand Point. It's a big lump of rock that sticks out into the Severn estuary. It's not very wide, so it's difficult to get away from people and dogs. But we'll give it a go. We'll sneak off down here where it's much quieter, away from the main path. There's a little sheep over there. As long as I'm mindful to not step in the cow poop, this spot will do nicely. Bought me Basha. I bought a load of bungees and some paracord and a few clips. I know I won't need all of them. It's better to have a bit too much than it is not have enough. It's got some nice titanium pegs that are that long, but I still wasn't convinced that they'd be long enough for the conditions that we've got at the moment. It's rained for like a couple of months now. So these bad boys, they will hold anything. Got this one tigress pole as well to go at the front of the plough point. What an absolutely lovely improvised day shelter that's made. I'll show you what I've done. Your standard plough point at the front, I got a long pole. One of those long pins in the ground. At the back, instead of pulling it all the way out, making it a proper plough point this way, I tucked that in because I had a couple of spare pegs, so I put one in eyelets either side, and I got another one in an eyelet either side. And when you look at this, when you see how long these are, you'll see why I brought them along. You literally, they'll go all the way into the ground with no problem at all. Got the bits of bungee on there just to pull him out a bit. Connected to another bungee. Connected to a bramble. Now if I'd have bought a few more pegs with me, I could have pegged him out a bit more, but for what I want to do today, he's done really well. And it didn't take me very long at all. Oh, and the sun's coming out. We've got glorious sunshine and a beautiful view. I can sneak back in there if it started raining. This is absolutely ideal. Let's get some lunch on. So today we're going to be making pancakes in the mini Trangia frying pan, and I'm going to be having them with either marmalade or jam, and they're going to be fried off in good old finest beef dripping. 2 utensils, a knife and a spatula, and a pancake mix. I've pre-made this. It's literally flour and water. 1 part buckwheat flour, 1 part gram flour, and 3 parts all-purpose flour, and just mix it up with some water. And we're going to see how well that makes a pancake. And down to a low simmer. Just realised I haven't even taken him out of the bowl. Let's go in with some of this finest beef dripping. I can't remember the last time I had beef dripping or lard. See how much we can get off there. Is that going to be enough? We'll go a bit more. It's the first time I've cooked in this little frying pan, so we'll see how good he is. Just noticed a sandbank over there. That could be treacherous if you go over that in a boat and you don't know it's there. That wasn't heating up fast enough for my liking with the flame guard on, so I've taken him off. Now we're going to go full throttle. These shouldn't take very long at all, should they? I haven't got enough hands. I put them down there without them tipping over. That'd be good. Let's see how good this non-stick is. You can tell how cold it is today. This is not melting at all. It's like candle wax. That's a better one. This Army Surplus Basha is absolutely mint. Oh, did he stick? Don't stick on me. No, he hasn't stuck. This is working out ever so well, and I do like the security of having a shelter above me. I know it's only a tarp, but if it was to start raining, then it wouldn't really matter. I could just sneak in the back of here. Something about frying, isn't there? So much more interesting than boiling. It's that little sizzle that you get. It's just so satisfying. I've got plenty of mix left, but I think we'll stick at 4 for now. I was just putting this away in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't go everywhere. And then I remembered something from my childhood, I guess. Childhood? Yeah, it must have been. Years and years ago, people used to have bread and dripping. Nobody does that now, do they? That would be scorned on now, wouldn't it? I must say, I'm super impressed with that little Trangia frying pan. Nothing stuck to him. That's pretty awesome. I brought a flask of tea with me again today. That works out really well. Then I can do me cooking and not worry about anything else. Right, what are we going for? Marmalade or raspberry jam? I've not eaten today, and I think I'm going for the sweet goodness of jam. And if we take the one from the bottom, he should be still warm. He's still warm. Excellent. Little bit of jam. It's funny how people's eating habits have changed. Like the drip in. That'd be frowned upon now, spreading that on something. I'm actually tempted to spread it on one of these to see what it's like. But I've already fried it in dripping, so maybe that's not a good idea. These are absolutely lovely. I didn't need any egg, any milk or anything. Just flour and water. And a bit of jam. This has turned out to be an absolutely perfect day. The sun's come out. I've not been rained on. It is cold. It was only about 4.5 Celsius, if I can remember rightly, in my car when I came down here, but it has warmed up a little bit. It's amazing how it lifts your spirits just seeing a little bit of sunshine. It's amazing. Flour and water. No eggs or anything like that. It's flour and water. That's all you need. You've got to remember that the extra nutrition and flavour in this comes from the buckwheat flour and the gram flour mixed in with the multi-purpose flour. Well, on those 4 mini pancakes I've used hardly any jam. I've changed my diet the past year or so, and I've cut out a lot of the sweet things, a lot of the sugar. I've cut out my diet and I feel a lot better for it. I did bring a mat with me to sit on, but I just don't need it. I've got that piece of plastic there, and the ground is so soft that it made a nice cushion. This has held up well, hasn't it? Really impressed with the British Army Basha. I can't recall seeing anyone on YouTube setting it up in that way. Most people set it up in a lean-to fashion or a tent fashion. For me, the thing that makes it stand out are these eyelets. Because you've got so many of them, it's really easy to stake down. The other thing I'm impressed about is the size of this. Usually I go out with a 3x3 tarp, and it does give you a bit more cover, but in some ways it's almost too much cover in some situations. So for this sort of thing that I'm doing, just out for the day, it's perfectly adequate. This little Trangia setup has worked brilliantly well today, and I used it in conjunction with this plate from Silverantoutdoors, and they just nest really well together. Absolutely superb. I made a video recently where I deep fried chicken wings in a firebox box pot, and that gave me the idea for the dripping. Because I think that I'm going to go out at some point with the dripping and fried chips. I think fried chips in dripping would be absolutely fantastic. And I'm not talking about frozen chips either. I'm talking about grilled potatoes. We seem to have lost our way with food as a society. We've forgotten how to cook basic things because everything's so convenient. Everything's just there, or you just click an app on your phone and get a Deliveroo or whatever. That's why I like going back to basics, shall we say. Good traditional cooking. I'm so glad that I bought these tent stakes along with me. I was pushing them right into the ground up to there, and it really needed it today as well. If I hadn't have had these, I think I'd have struggled. I know it's not been too windy. If I'd have had a short tent peg on, especially on the main pole at the front, that would have gone. So that's worked out really well. It's quite funny, every time somebody walks past and they see me set up with this military basher, they think I'm some kind of hobo and I'm camping out here. But on the upside, people don't come over to inquire how I am or who I am or anything. They just keep a wide berth. So when I'm filming stuff like this, it's quite good. I can just be left alone. Well, that's been super enjoyable today. If you've got any ideas of anything you'd like to see deep fried, then leave a comment. And if you've enjoyed this little outing together, don't forget, subscribe down below if you haven't done already, and maybe leave a like or even a hype. I'll see you next time.